Welcome to another edition to the Enlightened Ignorance Podcast. I'm your host, Jay Burnside. And unfortunately, my co host, my boy, Devion Wilson, would not be with us this week. He has important work to do, so I'm riding solo again. But it's all right. We're going to keep it pushing, we're going to keep it moving, and we're going to keep doing what we love to do, and that's talk shit, talk about shit. So, let me go ahead and get started with y'all. With y'all, y'all know me. So I want to necessarily talk about this Lil Wayne incident. This is not necessarily big. This is actually just pretty small. It's about Lil Wayne was performing at Garden City, Idaho. It's either Ohio or Idaho. So forgive me if I get it wrong. Just another gig. Just another, it looked like a small venue, but just another gig. Just another place to perform and do all his classic songs, etc., etc. While performing the song Emily from his 2008 album, The Carter 3, which is like his last great album that he had. Someone threw a beverage at him. We don't know what it was. They didn't say what it was. They don't know it was water or it was a soda or just some alcohol or some shit. But after he almost got hit, cause he didn't get hit. He definitely missed it. But after after the incident, he necessarily called his goons after that, which flooded the stage. After that, he just quietly walked out. So this is not the first time this has happened to Lil Wayne. I remember the same incident happened to Lil Wayne a couple of years ago, where he was performing at a small crowd, and somebody threw a water bottle at him, and after that, as soon as he got hit, he walked out the stage, and people got upset. And it is very typical. It's not very typical. It is very not normal, but this this has not happened the first time. This has happened many times with other artists, where artists necessarily perform, give a crowd a show, and they get hit with some type of water bottle, soda, food, whatever. And I gotta necessarily say this, guys, y'all really need to chill out with that, guys. Whoever, if you a person that actually does that, y'all, to me, that's really disrespectful, because not only you're disrespecting the artist by throwing stuff at him, you're also disrespecting the audience, because they are trying to enjoy the show. And for you to necessarily think it's all right to be throwing anything at these artists is really, really disrespectful. Now, they have the option to leave. Because at the end of the day, they get paid either way, whether they perform or not. And you doing that is necessarily, that's ruining it for everybody, man. All that they're doing is trying to perform and give the crowd a good show, and have a necessarily good time. So if your intentions are throwing anything at these artists, in my opinion, I think you should not even, not in my opinion, this is actual fact. Do not throw shit at these artists at all. That goes for throwing shit at artists. That goes for walking on stage. That's for grabbing and touching and feeling all over these artists. Chill out, relax, and enjoy the show. Do not ruin it for everybody, because people is coming out and have a good time, and you fucking ruin it for everybody. Because luckily, it's not no luckily, because there has been some artists necessarily got hit and they kept it going. I remember Tyler Creator got hit in the face with a water bottle, and he, even though he did try to find out who necessarily hit him in the face with a water bottle, even though they didn't man up about it, but he kept the performance going and gave the crowd a good show. But Lil Wayne is one of those people, like, if you throw something at him, he gonna leave. He don't care. So in my opinion, I mean, y'all need to necessarily stop doing that shit. You know, I said opinion again. I don't know why I said opinion. It's actual fact. Sorry, guys. But yeah, don't do that, guys. Don't ruin it for everybody. They're trying to have a good time, and you doing that is basically you being disrespectful. Not only to the artist, but as well as the audience. Just let them do what they have to do. Let them perform their songs, and chill out, enjoy the show. Don't ruin it for everybody. Next, I want to talk about Tiny. Reason why I want to talk about Tiny is she, even though she filed for the divorce, but she served T.I. with the divorce papers. Recently, Tiny is seeking primary custody and joint custody of their 3 underage children. Tiny has asked the judge to determine the amount of child support, visitation, and health insurance that she wants T.I. to pay. She also wants T.I. to pay. She wants him to hand over the financial records that they have, since he makes more money than she does. And finally, Tiny wants T.I. to pay their debts. To be honest, I didn't know they was in debt, but according to the IRS, last year the couple owed over $6 million. I don't know if it's just bad taxes or whatever, but it is gotta be back taxes, the IRS. So, and I gotta ask myself, like, should T.I. be paying for all of this? And it's kind of hard because I see, like a man's standpoint, like you think you want not only want custody, you want me to pay for child support, you want me to pay for health insurance, you want me to pay for visitation. I didn't know that you have to pay for visitation. As well as I didn't talk about it. They also she wants to pay alimony so she can maintain her lifestyle, her quote unquote lifestyle. And then receive financial records, and then also want him to pay for the debt. I'm like, golly, Jesus Christ. So basically, she don't want to pay a dime for any fucking thing. She wants T.I. to pay for the whole shit. And I don't know what to say. To me, I feel like she necessarily is still hurt about the whole breakup thing. That's why she's doing it. A part of me thinks that this she's having this motivation of having T.I. pay for this and pay for that and pay for that and pay for this, because she still necessarily has this not hatred, but she's still mad at this man for not only hurting her, but not even trying to fight for her. I mean, I think me and Davion talked about this, and I completely said, yo, it looks like T.I. was not even trying to fight for his marriage. He ain't trying to fight to get his wife back. He ain't asking for forgiveness or anything. He just, as soon as Tiny filed for divorce, T.I. just like, okay, I give her what she wants. Not even, trying to reconcile, not even trying to talk to her. Well, according to him, they do talk. They just talk in a friendly manner. But seeing they can work it out and stuff like that. But according to y'all, no. Because if y'all read the news, and we talked about it, I think a week or two ago, he felt like marriage is a distraction, and want to focus on his brand, and etc. etc. So, and I think Tiny feels some type of way because the dude did even try to fight to win her back, and he has completely moved on, doing his own thing. I thought Tiny moved on, but I don't know. She probably still hold a grudge against T.I. That's why she asking him to pay all this stuff, because God Almighty, T.I. expecting to pay all of this. I mean, I know T.I. get money, but god dang, even I'm a broke guy. I'm looking at this like, you want me to pay child support, visitation, health insurance, alimony. You want me to give you my the financial records, and you want me to pay the debt that we owe, not I owe, but we owe. So what? Like what you like what you gonna pay? And it's not a doggone thing. It's not a doggone thing. I don't know what T.I. is gonna do. I don't know how they're gonna work this out with this whole legal shit. Because when it comes to legal stuff in court and divorces, I mean, when it comes to divorce and legal legal stuff like that, it gets ugly. It gets really, really ugly. But T.I., I'm praying for you, brother. I don't know how you're gonna get out of this one, but we'll see. Next, I want to talk about big shout outs to Kendrick Lamar, man. Kendrick Lamar damn album has officially sold over 600K his first week, and I think it's approximately over like 605,000 or 610,000 his first week. And now he's officially the top selling artist of 2017, if I'm correct. He has also Drake, More Life playlist / album by 100K, which Drake still did phenomenal, making over 500K on units for his More Life album. And also a big shout out to Kendrick, because all of his tracks is at least in the top 100 in the Billboard charts. So that understand me. That's also lets me know that maybe there's a little hope for music at all. Not to say Drake is a bad artist. Drake is a really good artist, but I mean, for him to outsell Drake, which Drake got a bigger fan base than Kendrick, it's really surprising. It's like a scratch in the head. It's like, and me being a Kendrick fan since 2011, I did not necessarily expect this. I was expecting him to do good on his album, but I didn't expect him to do over 600K. It's like, Jesus, man. But yeah, I'm really proud of Kendrick, man. Hard work pays off, and now he's got the highest selling album of 2017, and he's about to go on tour. I think Travis Scott is also is going to be on tour with Kendrick, so he's necessarily doing his thing, man. I'm really proud of him. Do I think this do anything for hip hop? Not really. I think it's just Kendrick is just growing more of a fan base the more albums he dropped. And people are starting to realize when it comes to Drake, it's like now it's kind of being repetitive with the whole Caribbean stuff. I mean, I don't know necessarily know why, but I'm very happy that he outsold Drake, because I personally am more of a Kendrick fan than a Drake fan. Because at the end of the day, Drake can't, when it comes to artistry, you can say Drake is quote unquote a better artist because he quote unquote sell more records than Kendrick, but overall music, overall quality, overall concept, overall the mindset of an album, Kendrick is definitely going to top Drake, in my humble opinion. If you think Drake is better than Kendrick, that's cool. If you think Kendrick better than Drake, that's cool. Because at the end of the day, it's a public opinion. It's not no facts. What you think is a fact, that's not true. It's definitely an opinion. And I feel like album sales do not matter, because there's a lot of rappers I know that's out there that's a lot better than Drake, but don't even get half the recognition that Drake does. So that's how I see it. But shout out to Kendrick, man, for dropping one hell of an album. I still listen to that shit today, and it still rocks with me, man. But shout out to you, Ken. Also, wow, this is gonna be really, really short. Lil Yachty and Joe Budden. Uh, I want to say why Lil Yachty and Joe Budden. Um, Here's why I say Lil Yachty and Joe Budden, because Joe Budden and DJ Academics, if y'all don't know, they do this debate little show called Everyday Struggle, which is hosted by Complex News or the Complex Company. Y'all, if y'all know who Complex is, Complex very popular. And I watched some. I did not watch all, but I watched some of the debates, and they debate really good. So, and one of the topics, Joe Budden and DJ Academics, which is also the host, or shout out to DJ Academics, sat down to analyze Drake, not Drake's. Why I say Drake? Lil Yachty's album cover for his debut album, Teenage Emotions. If y'all have not seen the album cover, I'll just suggest to check that out. I only saw it like one good time. All I seen was like a I think it's like the venue was like a movie theater, and I seen like an albino guy that's sitting there, two guys kissing in one of the seats. Lil Yachty looked ugly as hell. That's just me. And I think some other people, but I again, I only saw like one good time. But Joe Budden and DJ Academics did see the album cover, and Joe Budden has some words, very harsh words to Lil Yachty about this album cover. He said that Lil Yachty is not hip hop, nor his label is hip hop. He also called Lil Yachty gay, or at least gay friendly, for the two men kissing each other on the cover, which I don't see why there's something wrong with that. But just basically slandering on Lil Yachty, man. Lil Yachty also fired back by referencing Lil B's harsh 2010 diss track T-shirts and buttons, which I didn't know. There was one point in time that they beefed, but soon later Joe apologized to Yachty's fan base, and I guess they kept it moving. But that begs the question to me. I'm gonna ask myself, like, ask two questions. First question is Joe Budden right? Is Lil Yachty not hip hop? And unfortunately, I have to say yes, he is hip hop. Not the hip hop I want, not the hip hop I want to listen to, but this is necessarily happening. This is the new wave. This is the new thing that people love. I don't get the appeal to it, but according to the fan base, because they endorse this guy, yeah, I gotta say it's necessarily hip hop. It's mumble rap. Which also the second question I wanted to know is Lil Yachty is the poster boy for whack rappers. The reason why I thought about that is because in the interview, he was Lil Yachty was in the Breakfast Club interview, and Charlamagne the God, shout out to Charlamagne, actually told Lil Yachty, like, a lot of people put you as the poster boy for whack rappers as well. No, he put you as people put you as the poster boy of whack rappers. And Lil Yachty's response was a shocked look on his face, and saying that he didn't know he was, he didn't know he was called, like, people are referencing him as the poster child of whack rapping. Charlamagne even compared Lil Yachty to Trinidad James, because there was a point in time when Dad James was not the most liked artist. Sorry, wasn't known for his lyricism. People think he was trash. People think he was garbage. I think people still out there to this day think that guy is still garbage. But and what he's going through is what is similar to what Lil Yachty is going through. Of course, yeah, I think a lot of people knows the slander that or the heat that Lil Yachty gets from other rappers, from other old school fans, or the newer school, or the new generation fans, but still love the old school style. He gets a lot of flack for it, and he knows it, and I guess he just oppress it, or oppress it, ignore it, whatever. And for him to be shocked and act like, oh no, I didn't know I was a poster child, even though technically Lil Yachty was talking about the comparison between him and Trinidad James. Like, dude, he knows, and for him to act like that is totally just stupid. But that begs to ask myself: is Lil Yachty the poster boy of rappers? I really thought about it, and I had to think about this. Is there rappers that are way worse than Lil Yachty? Yes, it is. There are plenty of rappers that I feel that is way, way worse. I never met him before, but I know there is. I know there's a lot of people that can't even spit even the slightest of bars compared to Lil Yachty. But here's the difference. Lil Yachty, to me, is that rapper that is not that good, that know he suck, but still still make the records, still get to the endorsements, still get the sponsors. And he's the kind of rapper that he does get shitted on, but makes money off of the hate, makes money off of people bashing on him. He makes money off of people talking down on him, and that's why he's not losing sleep, because at the end of the day, the more and more we do that, the more and more people are tuned into him, the more and more people start to like him, the more and more sponsors, artists, etc., want to work with him and stuff. And when I really think about it, I think about how Lil Yachty's fan base is compared to all the other rappers that are even worse than him. Even though there are other people worse than him, Lil Yachty is still bad. And this leads me to think, yeah, I can say Lil Yachty is, the poster child for rappers. Even though there's other people that necessarily is worse than Lil Yachty, but no other rapper that's that bad got a big fan base as Lil Yachty. No other rapper that's that bad got as much of a fan base than Lil Yachty right now. So yeah, I do think, is he hip hop? Sadly, yes. But he's a poster child for rappers? Absolutely, yes. In my personal opinion, I think he is the poster child for whack rappers out there. Even though there's other people before, like I said, even though there's other people that's way more worse, which I do not know, which I never seen or never heard them. But for the fan base Lil Yachty got in the songs that he makes, yes, I do believe that he is the poster child, or the post guy for whack rappers. So that's how I feel on that. Moving on. The Rough Riders. Shout out to the Rough Riders. This past week, the Rough Riders Um, anybody don't who knows Rough Riders? Rough Riders is a rap group from the early 2000s. Um, I was too young to listen to them at the time, so I don't know every single artist that was in the Rough Riders, but most notably, I know Cassidy, Eve, and DMX. And all of them, and them three I know performed. I know Cassidy was in the news for basically talking crap about, again, not again, but talking, crap about Lil Yachty and Lil Uzi Vert with a rap, which I totally forgot the rhyme. But he also dissed Young M.A., which that was weird. I didn't expect him to diss her, but I digress. But the highlight of the night, other than the Cassidy performance or the acapella that Cassidy performed, um, DMX took the stage. God, that's I don't know what to say about DMX, but DMX took the stage and delivered a confusing performance. On his set, or his quote unquote turn, he included confusing rants and incomplete vocal performance. When the people that actually saw DMX perform has said in social media and to amongst other people that they saw DMX and he looked like he was under the influence. And knowing DMX, God knows what he was on. But DMX even sung, In the Air Tonight by Phil Collins, and also told the audience, don't expect me to be a effing role model. Now you got the people that said, there are people that's went on social media saying they was very concerned about DMX. They are praying for DMX. People have said the managers or his team was wrong for him to perform, and knowing that he was under influence like that, he should never perform in the first place, etc., etc. To me, I feel like that's just another day in the life of DMX. If people don't know this before, he has a history of addiction. He has a history of being under the influence. Y'all seen, and y'all haven't seen, he has a truckload of criminal records, from being under the influence, from robbery, from battery, from A to B. It's just another day in the life of DMX. And people don't know, if y'all don't know, DMX been under the influence of drugs since early 2000, since the beginning of his career, obviously. And after multiple people have tried to help him, after multiple people that tried to stick their hand out for him, at the end of the day, he keeps doing what he's doing. He say he get clean from time to time. He says he clean from time to time, but he end up quote unquote relapsing, which I think he was ever clean in the first place. But that's just my personal opinion. So people necessarily concerned. So the fans that are completely concerned about DMX health and well-being, that's fine. But let me tell you something. DMX is on the road to death. He is on the road to death. Why? Because there were so many people that wanted to help DMX. There were so many people that stick their hand out for DMX. There's so many people that want to help him get clean, that want him to help him get on the right path, that want to help him, stay sane, that want to help him to get into the right direction and what he need to do in his life. But every time they try, he ends up going back to his old habits. And the thing is, he doesn't even want help anymore. It's at the point that DMX don't even want help at this point. He doesn't even want help at this point. And it's freaking sad. I don't freaking get it. Here's a artist who has so many people that wants to, help him with this demon that he has. But he's telling them like, no, I'm good. I'm straight. I don't want help. I don't want to get clean. I want to be this. I want to be this rugged. I want to be this, this drug addict. I want to be this miserable. And I just don't necessarily get that. But at the end of the day, the saying goes, man, you can't help a brother that don't want to be saved. You can't stick your hand out for a person that's not willing to reach their hand and grab your hand. If this dude, the only person that can save DMX right now is DMX. DMX got to necessarily look himself in the mirror and tell himself, I can't do this shit no more. And that's plain and simple. But until he does that, there is nothing that no man, woman on this earth can do to save DMX. Because at the end of the day, the only person, like I just said, can save DMX is himself. That's plain and simple. He gonna have to fight his demons on his own, because it's just a waste of time for people to necessarily try to help him. Because I don't know how many times Dr. Drews and rehabs and Fix My Life shows and stuff like that actually, like, here, let me help you. Here, I want to work with you. Here, I want to help you get clean. Here, I'm here for you. And he's saying, thank you, but I pass. And that is not only affecting his health, it's affecting his family, his kids, his multiple kids. Jesus Christ. So, to all the fans that are concerned about DMX, that's cool, but again, he's following the road of death that he himself caused, and don't want to do anything about it to change before his path of destruction. So that's all really I gotta say about that. So with people concerned, so the people that are concerned about how he was under the influence, how he wasn't really ready to perform, and all that, it's just another day in the life of DMX to me, to be honest. But moving on, Young Thug, Jesus, Young Thug is officially dropping a all singing album called EBBTG, which stands for Easy Breezy Beautiful Thugger Girls. Why? Just why? Just why? Oh God. I got nothing to say about this. Other than Drake being the quote unquote Drake is the executive producer of the project, and no, that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I personally don't think Young Thug got a voice, so if y'all F with Young Thug, that's y'all business. I don't know. I don't never give Young Thug a chance, but it's whatever. Yeah. When it comes to Young Thug, he is dropping an all singing album, which I don't understand. I don't know if he's dropped it already or he's finna drop it, but if y'all Young Thug fans, check that out. Here's the last thing I don't necessarily want to talk about. It's about this performance in UK or London, I like to say. It's sorry guys. There's a rapper named Giggs who's from the UK. Now, if y'all don't know Giggs, other than him being a rapper from the UK, he also was featured in Drake's More Life album. He had his verse at the song KMT. If y'all a fan of KMT, but that's him. But recently, these past weeks, Giggs been performing the song KMT or his verse against the London crowd. And if y'all seen the viral videos, every time Giggs performs that song, the crowd goes nuts in the UK. Like, there's a mosh pit, everybody's jumping, everybody's singing, everybody's rapping the lyrics word for word, and they just basically having a good time. I know there's been a lot of more people dissing on Giggs or dissing the genre called grim, which to me, I feel like I'm not gonna say this is the true definition, but my definition of grim is like a more of a gully, grungy type music. No, a more gully and grungy hip hop music from that originated in UK, which UK call it grim. That's I call grim music, but I think a lot of people necessarily, well, not the UK, but mostly North America, I can just say that's not really into the grim, that don't see the appeal to the grim, that don't necessarily like grim, think the grim is a waste of time. It's not gonna go nowhere. It's not gonna do anything for anybody. It's not gonna blow up or end stuff like that. But here's the I don't understand. For the same people that necessarily talking down to these people about this genre, but here's what I don't understand. Y'all can't see the appeal in this style of music, but you get the appeal of mumble rap. You get the appeal of, Lil Yachty, Uzi Vert, Little Pimp, whatever the F his name is, Ugly God, Famous Dex, etc. Y'all get the appealing of them, but you don't get the appealing of grim, which I do necessarily do not understand. Because I listened to a couple of songs on grim, of the grim genre necessarily. I listened to a UK rapper named Stormzy's. In actuality, and to be honest, his album was pretty good. It wasn't great, it wasn't classic, but it was pretty good. Like rappers like Stormzy is a really good rapper. Actually got bars compared to the rappers that we have right now that people just sinking their money into. As well as Little Sims. I love Little Sims. I think Little Sims is fucking dope. And then you got artists from Lauryn Hill and Missy Elliott endorsing her for her skills and her creativity. But yeah, but the people like, I don't get the appeal of that. I don't get the appeal of of these UK rappers. I don't get it. I don't understand it. But yeah, I understand the Famous Dex. Oh, I understand Lil Yachty. Oh, I understand a Uzi Vert. I understand the Famous Dex. I think I have to say Famous Dex twice. As well as Ugly God. Like, which is so confusing. Cause Grim, not saying all UK rappers that's Grim. Cause Grim is not that bad of a genre. It's actually pretty good. And y'all need to necessarily give it a shot. It won't kill y'all. If y'all want to give mumble rap a shot and put y'all your money in mumble rap, you telling me you can't put up, at least give, Grim music a chance necessarily, which I do not get. I don't get it. Before you necessarily judge it, give the genre, a chance. You know, I don't get that. So before you dodge on, before you just put, say what you want to say about about the Grim genre or whatever. Listen, actually putting your radio on, actually listen to it. Like, yeah, I understand this more than these UK rappers who actually is more lyrical, in my personal opinion, than these mumble rappers. Sorry, that's how I necessarily feel. So you want to sit here and talk down? Like, come on, give Grim a chance. That's all I want to tell to these people that are actually talking bad about him. Whether you think that the features that Drake had on his More Life album was good or not, that's totally depends on you. But don't necessarily judge. Do not judge. These UK rappers. For just they work on this. On Drake's More Life, because actually they probably have better projects and better music out there, probably from a solo or another feature. Man, just give him a shot. That's all I want to say. So, other than that, that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. This is just another edition to the Lighten Ignorance podcast. I can't even say my name or say the name right. Sorry, guys. It's late. I'm getting sleepy as fuck, so forgive me. But if you listen to us on SoundCloud, you can listen to us on YouTube. And if you listen to us on YouTube, you can listen to us on SoundCloud. Y'all can both type in the Light Ignorance Podcast on the search box on iCloud as well as YouTube. So check us out. Each platform. Those are going to be our two. I try to put on iTunes. I try to put on Google Play. It's just not working. So our two main platforms that we're going to put our shows will be SoundCloud and YouTube officially. If I can get it on iTunes, awesome. If not, awesome too, because SoundCloud's good, YouTube's good for us. For me and my co-host, we good on that. Other than that, that's about it. So if you listen to this podcast, I'm not dumb. I'm not stupid.